Welcome to Subscriber Sunday. In today's stories, EK thinks it's okay to steal from kids with cancer, and so does his mum. Worst entitled mother ever, aka EM steals her granddaughter from the father. A little petty revenge, blow your horn at me? Fine. And ex-friend cyberstalks and harasses my girlfriend over something that happened over 3 years ago. What is up, guys, and I do hope you are well. Welcome to another Subscriber Sunday, a little way that I hopefully say thank you to each and every one of you, because your support is just absolutely insane. Every time I see the same people, same names, and new people, of course, which I really love. I love the interaction that we have, so don't forget to leave a comment. I do read every single comment that goes on here. I can't reply to everyone because I just don't have the time, and I'm so sorry about that, but I do try my best, so bear with me. And with that being said, let's get started. Our first story is from Zombie Cupcake Lover. EK thinks it's okay to steal from kids with cancer, and so does his mum. On mobile, apologies in advance. First, some backstory for basic understanding of how this came about. There is a non-profit organisation that I personally have donated to many times called Zach's Toy Chest, and they donate used or new, of course preferred, toys to kids in hospital with cancer. They like to gather toys for all ages, or even help teens with autism and cancer to give them toys. It's amazing what they do, honestly. And so as these people receive many toys, there's a storehouse for said things, because they like to sort out the toys based on girls/boys toys, age preference, learning curves, etc. This is where our story begins. The cast is pretty basic. Me, EM entitled mum, EK entitled kid, CW co-worker, and finally M, manager. My mother is also mentioned, but doesn't play a big enough role to be cast. Of course, there aren't any machines, that I know of, that source toys how you tell them to, which of course entails many people needed to help. All of us are volunteers since it's a non-profit organisation, but that doesn't stop us from feeling the pride when a kid with cancer sends in thank you letters, bringing some of us to tears when their parents write saying that their kids wanted them to put the toy on their grave in case they did pass at any minute. As we're sorting through said things, there are many piles, one of which is broken toys are going to, so we could try to find parts, or give to underdeveloped neighbourhoods, so they're always put to good use. Ian comes in and looks around, but thinking she was a volunteer, I continue doing my job sorting through, being very gentle with them, trying not to damage them, when I hear a squeal and a toy go off blaring music. Looking back, I see a small kid, and go over to my co-worker asking him about said kid and supposed mum. Hey, CW, are we not supposed to bring our kids? Yeah, I've never seen her here before, and I don't see a name tag. I'm going to ask her what's up. Okay. Walking over, I saw EM and EK near the new toy section, making me even more confused because we already sorted through this pile, and they were to be shipped off soon. Mom, we're already sorted through this pile. May I ask you what you're doing? I asked her, which she seemed to ignore me, but I saw she had quite a large pocketbook, and it seemed empty for how she could throw it back on her shoulder, and it could swing. So this time I went up to the kid, crouching down to his height, getting his attention. Hey kiddo, what you doing here? Mummy said I could have some new toys. I was looking for some cool ones. At this point, I pretty much knew what she was doing, and quite honestly, I was disgusted. Walking straight up to her, standing in her face, waving my hand in front of her phone to get her attention. Mom, look, you're not struggling, I can tell by the large purse you have and designer shoes you're wearing. These toys are for kids with cancer, for God's sake. I was getting so mad I want to punch her, but I gritted my teeth and held back, seeing her roll her eyes and flip her bleach blonde hair, though increased my anger tenfold. Okay, so? He needs some new toys, what's the big deal? One of the kids would have gotten this, would have died soon anyways, not like you're losing inventory. I kid you not, I chipped my tooth from biting so hard, and it hurt like hell, but anything was better than listening to this woman and their stupid logic. Well, tell you what, you can get one from the broken set over there and buy the part for it, but he only gets one, and I mean it. About this time, Kid comes over with quite a few action figures he's picked up, mostly superheroes, and hands them to his mum and puts them in her purse, right in front of me. At this point, I grab the purse, harshly dumping everything out, momentarily forgetting about the toys. Hey, those are my toys! I found them, they're mine! How dare you try to take my purse? You ought to be fired! After all the screaming, these two co-workers come over to see why they hadn't left yet. Mom, is there any reason why you are screaming at my friend here? Yes, she tried to take my kids' toys to put in your stupid donation bin for some barely sick kids. I had to leave at this point. I couldn't handle it anymore, but after punching the wall a few times, I felt much better. Now the rest was told to me by my co-worker, who was just as equally mad, but he himself was a pacifist, so he could handle it much better. Looking on the back of the toys, there were stickers to show how they'd been donated, sorted, and ready for collecting. Of course, he said when he picked them up to look, there were stickers, but EM was having none of it. CW said how that EK kept screaming about how he wanted his toys back, while the EM was trying to stuff them back in, yelling at him. Eventually CW called my manager and the police, but thankfully the police arrived first to detain her. Then my manager showed up while CW explained it to both of them at the same time. EM had to pay a large sum of ticket for trespassing and attempted theft, while M and CW sorted out the rest of the toys for the day. Next day, I called him to tell him sorry I had to leave or I would have hurt her, and he understood immensely, knowing I have quite the dangerous temper. Once he told me I had the rest of the day to cool down, and I went to visit my mum to tell her what had happened and get it out of my mind, and how that some people could be that entitled. Anyway, the story ends here, and please, if you have any free toys or such you hardly use anymore, give them to someone in need at zakstoychest.org if you would. Thanks so much for reading, and hope you have a great day. And totally, what a crazy story. But more importantly, I think that's a great cause. I will donate myself to that because I think that's fantastic. Such a great cause. If you have a couple of pennies yourself, please go on to zakstoychest.org and donate there. I'm sure they will really appreciate it. Much love to you guys for all the work you do. Our next story is from Red Rose Dragon 13, worst entitled mother ever, aka EM steals a granddaughter from the father. Context: this event happened nearly 25 years ago, and it's not my story, but my friend's. When my friend was 17 years old, he was dating a girl a couple years younger than him. On his 18th birthday, he had fun with her, and soon enough, she got pregnant. The mother of this girl was the most entitled woman ever. When EM found out that her daughter was pregnant, she had a discussion with a friend. She wanted to make a deal with him. EM wanted him to revoke his parental rights and have him adopt his daughter to her. She thought it would be better if she could raise her granddaughter as her own. Friend wanted none of that. The child was his and wanted to be the parent and raise his own daughter. Soon enough, he was given court papers. Basically, give me your child or I will take her from you. He decided to fight EM so he could keep his parental rights. Little did he know that EM went behind his back and got the judge, his lawyer and police to go against him. Mind you, him being 18 years old makes him a legal adult, and his girlfriend being underage put lots of evidence against friend. Sadly, the EM won. He then pressured to go through a plea deal that basically put him on the offender list. This woman, this entitled mother, ruined his life. She used the law against him and practically bribed the prosecutors to get friend to sign away his rights to his own daughter. He hasn't seen or heard from his daughter in nearly 25 years. He thinks that one day she will find him and he could fully explain the story. This is by far the worst entitled mother story. And what do you guys make of that story? Yes, he slept with an underage girl who was, I'm assuming, 16. If he was 18, a couple of years younger, that would make him legal in the UK, but I don't know what the laws are in the US. So let me know your thoughts on that story. Would love to hear them. Our next story is from the 13th Maiden. Blow your horn at me? Fine. Hello guys, since this was probably my highest scoring post ever, and my first petty revenge, I thought I'd post it here for Big Daddy. Oh god. And a few other of my favourite redditors to see what will happen. I seem to break 80-20 on the agreement/reviled scale, so I think people will find it entertaining at least. Edit it from a bit from my original for better understanding, and to clear up some weird questions from the original post. My native language is English, and I'm on computer, so feel free to fuss at my formatting or grammar. Story: my family sends me out to gather breakfast for them every morning from a nearby local fast food restaurant. There's a cup of cooked grits topped with scrambled egg and some sausage, which is basically what we would eat at home anyway, along with iced tea. Due to our busy schedules and being up extremely early, along with some dietary restrictions, I have to tackle with for all other meals. Having one meal I don't have to cook at a time, that even the roosters are sleeping, is a blessing. And to get to it, there's one four-way stop with traffic lights. I just picked up the food and was in the turn lane, waiting for the light to come up. I have to turn left, so no turning on red. I turned my head to grab a straw from the passenger seat to put in my drink when suddenly a loud, continuous horn is blown at me. Note, the light had been red and the turn signal was not up when I turned my head to look at the straw. That means in the amount of maybe a second or two, not even enough time to reach said straw, I had someone blowing their horn at me. Not a nice toot toot tap of the horn to alert me of the change, which I would have waved as a thank you and gone on. No, a full on, lay the horn like it was a pillow, making it bugle loudly and continuously like a bull moose looking for love. Where I'm from, this is extremely rude. I look up and saw only the turn signal had lit up. The main lights were still red, meaning he hit the horn the second the turn light appeared. I didn't shoot out like some greyhound chasing like a robo bunny on the dog track. Naturally irritated at this assault on my eardrums, I look at my rearview mirror and find behind me the jockiest looking McJerkface yelling at me from his shiny silver chrome truck, which was jacked up on 2 tall wheels, completing the look of I used too many steroids and now my twig and berries have shriveled and I need to compensate elsewhere. I'm a short girl in a small Ford Fusion from '08. I'm not intimidating by any means, but I'm vindictive, which means I have no problem being an absolute brat when I'm irritated. And it's the butt crack of dawn and I haven't got my morning tea. I'm cranky, hungry and caffeine deprived. Cue my somewhat unintentional revenge. So in my natural, irritatingly bratty fashion, I decided to putter along. Through the intersection, the traffic isn't heavy as it's so early in the morning and I didn't have anyone behind me aside from this pumped up red-faced limp noodle screaming at me from behind his windshield. So I'm not hindering anyone else as I pull my little stunt. Of course, this Mumpsimus, with one brain cell bouncing about, his skull like some enraged crested gecko, can't stand how slow I'm turning, revs his engine and tries to pass me in the intersection. For a second, my heart beating in my throat since that was terrifying as he almost sideswiped me from trying to whip around me. Thought that my revenge was over and pretty much thwarted, and thought a few choice curse words and insults to Psycho Twitdiddle who could have easily killed me. Then I heard it. Whoop whoop! The Dr. Zoidberg-like scream of a cop car siren accompanied with bright blue lights as the cop shot across the intersection past me, thankfully just barely missing me as I sat there half stunned. As I turned into the lane I had been going into, I rubbernecked as far as my little neck let me without being dangerous, as the cop pulled the guy over in front of me and got out of the car and clearly gave our Earthworm Jim lookalike a hell of a talking to, I'm guessing. I then turned into my neighbourhood, cackling like a crazy woman at the insane coincidence of it all, as you rarely see police around my area. And I hadn't even noticed the cop in the first place. I don't know if he got a ticket, but I'd like to think he did. And while it started out as petty revenge, it became a karmic slap to the face of a jerky McJerkface. I never understand why especially at that time of the morning, why people are so impatient on the road and it's like, soon as light turns green in the UK, they're bad, move, motherfucker. Good one though, enjoyed that. And our final story is from Skyhawk JD, entitled Crybaby Ex-Friend Cyberstalks and Harasses My Girlfriend and I over something that happened 3 years ago. I'm really annoyed with this ex-friend's constant complaining and whining, so I thought I'd put it here. Standard on my mobile warning here. There will be spelling and grammatical errors. English is my first language, yada yada yada. Here is some background. Back in, I believe, middle of 2016, my girlfriend, we weren't a couple back then yet, introduced me to this kid, and we did become friends, played a lot of Minecraft and Dead Rising. Well, one day, he started to push the wrong buttons on people, and we started to grow distant. Then something happened that ended the friendship. Now, I forgot what it was, since it was so long ago, and we tried to rekindle the friendship, but this idiot would not shut up about it. So we removed him from our lives, and he ended up playing the victim. He made YouTube videos making up lies about us, and he's the victim. He even said that I killed my grandfather. My grandfather did pass away, but he passed away peacefully in his sleep. Rip Abulio. Apologies if I got his name wrong. And how my girlfriend made him suicidal. Keep in mind, we haven't seen him since that incident, and even now to this day, he's still playing the victim. I even tried to make a truce with him, but he broke it. This guy's the definition of pure entitlement. I mean, if he was a woman, his name would definitely be Karen. Now, onto the story. Cast, me, the Skyhawk, GF, my beautiful girlfriend, EF, douchebag entitled ex-friend. Others will show up but aren't relevant. After the whole incident, EF made videos about how much of a victim he is and how people are racist to him. He's African American. There were instances where a couple of stupid people were actually racist to him and we kicked him out of our friend group because we don't tolerate racism. But this guy thinks everything is racist and how we're all racist, sociopaths and psycho people. And yet, we haven't made any videos to attack him. We made responses, but he constantly just attacks us with, I'm a victim attitude. Fast forward a year, my girlfriend and I became a couple, and we were happy. And after we thought we finally got EF to stop, he messages me to talk. I don't even remember the conversation, so I'll try the best way I can. This was on a Discord call in 2018. I said, hello? Hey. What is it now, EF? I want to talk about the incident. Are you still on about that? EF, that was a year ago. I'm talking. You guys owe me an apology for the severe mental pain you caused me. What severe pain? You kept making videos and even told lies to everyone that I killed my grandpa and that I was in love with some preteen and I'm 22. Even the preteen came forward and said that she isn't even interested in me. She said I had a boyfriend at the time and I myself had just got to have a vile relationship. EF said, well, maybe you should be careful around me. I could feel him having a smug grin. EF, I'm not apologising. I'm not guilty of anything. You keep bringing this up and you need to move on and drop it. It's been a year and a half and we've all moved on. You should do the same. EF is quiet. Then he replies with this golden jiggy piece. What a jiggy piece. EF said, if I kill myself, I'm blaming you and the others. EF left chat. I was like, geez, are you kidding me? How entitled is this kid? After that, it was finally quiet and peaceful for a while. This literally happened very recently. About a week ago, I was hanging out with my Discord group when GF came to me in a panic. GF said, OP, look at your phone. I checked my phone and girlfriend's mother had messaged me that fucking EF had contacted my girlfriend's mother trying to get into contact with my girlfriend. I told girlfriend that we might need to call 911 because this is harassment and stalking. Keep in mind, back when I spoke to him in 2018, I did tell him that my girlfriend wanted to speak to him. But months after that talk, he continues to rant and tried everything to get to my girlfriend. My girlfriend changed her mind, will not talk to him, and even after we told him she changed her mind, he kept on trying to get to her. My girlfriend decided that enough is enough. She wanted to face him. When she did confront him again, she told him to stop contacting us or we will call the police. I'm so proud of my tough girlfriend. And here is the best line ever. EF said, don't you ever say you're going to call the police on me again. This idiot has been stalking our social media since the whole thing started. After some back and forth between my girlfriend and him, he kept saying how he would kill himself and how it's our fault and how he is the most mature person ever and demanding we apologise. And my girlfriend saying, it happened 3 years ago and we all moved on and forgot it, just move on EF. And EF keeps refusing. My girlfriend finally tells him to shut up and blocks him. I don't think this is the end, so update if anything happens. Oh, and Daddy Cringe, I hope you use this in a video. Well, here you are. Oh, and EF, I know you were reading this because you cyberstalk us. Grow a pair and leave us alone. Thank you for reading. Wow. That is a crazy situation. I kind of find it a bit weird that everything seems to be happening online. I know it's cyberstalking obviously, but you're obviously real life friends as well. It's a bit crazy. But yeah, threatening your life to people saying that it's going to be your fault if I commit suicide is a pretty selfish move in my opinion. That's just my opinion. What is your thoughts on these stories, guys? I would love to hear it in the comments below. Anyway, guys, I hope you really did enjoy those stories. And once again, just a massive thank you to each and every one of you who comment, who have subscribed, who like the videos, share, talk to me on Twitter and all that sort of stuff. I really appreciate you. I can't express that enough. Thank you very much, guys. And I hope you have a great day. Take care now. Much love. Goodbye.